Have you thought of building an iron farm, but you don't know which design is best for you? Then you found the right video, because I'm showing you 5 completely different iron farm designs and helping to choose the right one for you. Starting with the early game iron farm designed by BasicRedstone. This amazingly compact iron farm features 3 villagers, a zombie and a killing area for iron golems. The iron farm is definitely possible to build from the first day of playing Minecraft, because there aren't any blocks or items that are hard to find. In order to get the best result, and you don't need to build it in the right direction. But the best part is how well it works. It is producing over 330 plus iron per hour, a pretty good result for this small iron farm. But unfortunately, you can't expand this farm. Overall rating, it's definitely a good starter iron farm, but if you progress in your game, it might get a bit too small.
The next iron farm is easy portal-based version, designed by NicoisLOST. It has 7 portals in a row, and under the portals there are 12 villagers and 2 zombies. Also on the ground we can see the redstone clock, that moves zombies up and down to get the best result. But where I can get the iron from this? Well, in the nether there is a killing area for iron golems. This iron farm is much more complicated to build, and requires much more items. But spending this extra time building, also means you will get better production rates. For this particular iron farm it comes to a little over 1,600 iron per hour. Another great thing is the expandability. It is very simple, just build another layer of portals, villager and zombies on top, and you can easily double your production rates. The killing area in the nether always stays the same. It doesn't matter how much you are expanding the farm in the overworld. The farm designer NicoisLOST actually expanded it so much, that it made 1 million iron per hour. Overall rating. It can be more challenging to build, but you also gain the ability to expand the farm whenever you want more iron per hour.
The third iron farm is another portal-based design, but with a different approach. It is designed by BigBooty17. And this iron farm has 7 portals, 43 villagers and 2 villagers. Here we have the on-off switch for the farm, and there also is the nether killing area. The designer made sure to use as few blocks as possible, making it easier for you to build. And when it's working it produces a 6558 plus iron per hour, which I think is pretty good. The scary part can be the 43 villager it needs, but I guess if you wanted, you could just build the bottom layer of the villagers and expand it in the future. Once you are the regular size, the limit has not been reached. This iron farm can be expanded further by just building more layers on top or onto the sides. Overall rating. Because of the amount of iron it produces per villager and pillager, it is very impressive. Moving on to the next iron farm, which is designed by EmdyMC. This is the craziest and most unique looking iron farm ever. It has rows of villagers, and under the villagers we can find elevators that move the villagers up and down. Then in the middle we have a total of 12 zombies, and the redstone clock to move the villagers up and down. This iron farm has a total of 84 villagers, and it's single-dimensional. In total it makes 11,258 iron per hour. But EmdyMC has multiple versions of this farm, so you can build a smaller version of it, or even a portal-based version of it. I gotta say that I was most surprised with the design of the farm. It works so smoothly, and it actually is mega compact when you realize how many villagers are in this farm. To expand this farm, you just gotta build another module next to it or above it. But then you also gotta modify the iron collection system. Overall rating, I personally really like the concept of it, but it still is pretty complicated to build.
And the fifth iron farm looks the coolest out of all the iron farms showcased in this video. It is designed by Aurigas, and it has 36 modules of iron farms put together. By the way, each module has 21 villagers and 1 villager. On top of the villagers, you can find a spawning platform for the iron golems. It is very nicely put together, and everything works in sync with the redstone. It produces 84,481 iron per hour. The fact that this is all in a single dimension is very cool, especially when you look how all the iron golems are spawning and dropping at once. Very satisfying view. When building it in survival Minecraft, it is highly recommended to build it in a perimeter, since it can get laggy here. And speaking about expanding it, it isn't really possible anymore, so you can be happy with the 84,000 iron it produces. It unfortunately can't be expanded anymore. Overall rating. It doesn't have the best iron to villager ratio, but if you build it in your world,